Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hema Shailabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Hari Om, a warm welcome. The relevance of such great works by the rishis we saw yesterday in detail. There are so many other important features. As and when we proceed, we will also keep you informed. Having said that, we come back to the 208th Doha. Saupe bhupa rishi hisuta bahubidi dehi asisa. Dasharath ji, he gave lot of Ashirvada to both the sons, Ramchandra ji and Lakshman ji, and handed them over happily to Vishwamitra Maharshi. Janani Bhavana Gaye Prabhu. Both Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji to his mother went to their respective mother's chambers. Chale nai pada sisa. They offered their prostrations, taking their blessings to proceed along with the Guru Varya. Purusha Sinha Daubira. In the Sorata we saw Purusha Simha Daubira. Both of them are like Simha. When it comes to fighting, they are like Simha, meaning very powerful, very valorous, very strong. But at the same time, they are very soft when it comes to love and devotion. Harashi chale muni harana. Happily, they went along with the Muni. Kripa Sindhu Mati Dhira. Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji, who is a compassionate personification, and Mati Dhira, the one who is very brilliant. Akhila Vishwakarana Karana, he is a very cause of the entire universe. He proceeded along with Vishwamitraji. Tulsidas continues. Aruna Nayana Ura Bahu Bisala Neela Jalajatanu Syama Tamala Katipata Pita Kase Barabhatha Ruchira Chapasaya Kaduhatha Syama Gaura Sundara Dovu Bhai Vishwamitra Mahanidhi Pai प्रभु ब्रह्मण्य देव मैं जाना मोहिनीति पिता तजेवु भगवाना चले जात मुनि दीन्हि देखाई सुनीताडका क्रोध करिधाई एक ही बान प्राण हरि लीना दीन जानिते ही निज पद दीना तब ऋषि निज नाथ ही जिय चीनी विद्यानिधि कहूँ विद्यादीनी जाते लागन क्षुदा पिपासा अतुलित बल तनु तेज प्रकाशा आयुध सर्व समर्पिकै प्रभु निज आश्रम आनी कंदमूल फल भोजन दीन भगति हित जानी सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. A beautiful description is given about Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Aruna Nayana Ura Bahu Bisala. Aruna Nayana means reddish eyes. It's a very interesting description given. What is this reddish eye? Why his eyes were red? See, normally we get our eyes red in color because of various occasions. One is when you have sleepless nights, when you are not able to sleep properly for varied reasons. Maybe manaschinta, or maybe in today's world the worst thing is about the mobile. Night along you keep, and that too in the dark room, switching off the lights, when you keep on seeing the mobile, watching something for a very long period up to midnight or even crossed midnight. At that time in the morning when you wake up, your eyes will be red. Why? Sleepless nights. Then Aruna Nayana can happen when we are intoxicated. All the drunkards, you can see their eyes. People who take in, all the liquor, etc., their eyes will be red. And other very interesting reasons are given. One is when our love flows through to the beloved uncontrollably. When that prema in us flows towards that premi uncontrollably, then also eyes can become red. And the fourth is when the valor, viryam, is exercised. Like for example, in the battlefield, in this katha, for example, then when you see the enemy and you get that strong inner, eruption of that enmity where you have to kill the enemy. At that time, valor can also make the eyes red. Right? Now in the case of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji, Aruna Nayana does not indicate sleepless night or intoxication. Why? Bhagavan is always calm and quiet. All the time relaxed. Mind is all the time at poise, we say. Intoxication, of course, cannot be there. So those two are not there. Third one is great amount of love, and at this particular period of time, devotion is also to be included. Great amount of devotion towards Vishwamitra Ji and love towards the Guru could have brought the eyes reddish. And of course, Viryata. Now he is going to go and face the Rakshasas. Therefore, his mind is waiting, probably. Therefore, Aruna Nayana. Ura Bahu Bisala. Ura means the chest. Bisala meaning broad chest, well-trained chest. In our days we say six-pack. That is for the stomach. But the broad chest meaning what? Well-trained chest. So he has had a broad chest. 1, 2. He had a broad heart. He had an open heart for everybody, including, you will see, in this very Chaupai we will see, including towards the Rakshasas, he only had love. He had to kill them for whatever reason, the purpose for which he had to go through that. But all said and done, he also had love towards the enemy. After all, Bhagavan's creation only, you see. However, Ura Visala, Bahu Visala, Ajana Bahu we say, where the long arms, and very interesting comment was given, I had long arms so that I can even hug the fattest person. One kind of commentary I was given. But the idea here is, I can embrace the entire world. Is the indication of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji having long arms. Bahu Bisala. Ura Bahu Bisala. Neela Jalajatanu Syama Tamala. His body was dark. Dark in the sense Neela. You should not call it as black. It is a very beautiful mixture of the dark clouds and the infinity sky. That bluish also tinge, we may say. That Neela Jalaja Tanu body. Syama Tamala. Syama Tamala meaning what? Syama is again, what do you call it as? Lotus. A blue lotus. His eyes were like lotus. Tamala is a tree basically. It is a long straight, I have not seen, let me confess, I have not seen the tree. I have only read the description and I am giving you the description as it was given. It is a very tall tree, very strong in nature. Similarly, Bhagavan was tall and strong in nature with broad chest, beautiful heart, long arms with lot of love to accommodate the entire world. Syama Tamala. Kati Pata Pita Kase Bara Bhata. He was wearing, this is a very, very common expression, Pitambara Dhari, we say. So Bhagavan also tied a Pita Vastra. along his waist, and Kase Barabhata, with what? Beautiful quiver. Quiver meaning what? That container where all arrows are kept, and then a bow on the hand. So the hands were engaged with holding a bow and one arrow in the hand, ever ready to fight against the enemies, against evil. Ruchira chapasaya kaduhu hatha. Ruchira chapa, the bow and arrow. Syama gaura sundara do bhai. These two sundara do bhai, very beautiful, very pretty, handsome two boys, of whom one is Syama and the other one is Gaura. Gaura is what? Bright. The normal color of a human being, but then very well bright color. Vishwamitra Mahanidhi Pai. Now, both the boys, Vishwamitraji, secured their possession. What do you mean by secured their possession? Having handed over to Vishwamitraji, Dasharatha has now handed over the responsibility of the two boys at Vishwamitraji's hands. And Vishwamitraji has taken the responsibility. So that the changeover of responsibility has taken place. Mahanidhi Pai. Vishwamitraji took the hands of Mahanidhi. Oh, this is a very, very beautiful word. Vishwamitraji, now see the bhava here is, Vishwamitraji took the possession of Mahanidhi Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. What is this Mahanidhi? A wonderful commentator says, he is the greatest nidhi in the whole universe, is it not? Bhagavan is ultimate treasure. When we say treasure, that commentator where I read, I would like to share that thoughts with you. He talks about Navanidhi. Navanidhi has got two meanings. One Navanidhi is Bhakti. The other Navanidhi is wealth. And Navanidhi Bhakti, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. 9 forms of bhakti is also Navanidhi. And in the Laukika standpoint, Kubera is supposed to have had Navanidhi. Kubera had 9 forms of Nidhi. I will just make a slight mention today. Why it may not be that very important, but it is nice to know. 1. 2. There are some gunas in each Nidhi which is given, which will be of very good interest for many of us. Basically, to understand ourselves, what are the nidhis that we have among the 9 nidhis. All of us also possess certain 1 or 2 nidhis we possess. We will see how it's very interesting. Nice to know something. And of course, we should know the whole purpose of Ramayana is to make us understand and enlighten all important parts. So here I thought I will share with you. Kubera's 9 forms of nidhi. The first nidhi is called Padma Nidhi. What is Padma Nidhi? Padma means we all know lotus flower. And normally, this particular Nidhi stays with all the incarnations of Bhagavan. You will see many gods sitting on Padma Kamala. Padma is Kamala, lotus. That is Padma Nidhi. And it is nothing but Sattva Guna Pradhana. This particular quality of the person will be Sattva Guna Pradhana, meaning very, very, very pious, very, very pious in nature, very religious in nature, lot of truth, purity, cleanliness, ethics, morality, all these things we can see in such people. Alright, and that person also will have lot of wealth, physical wealth also, gold, silver, etc., etc., etc. But along with that, now this is very important, such a person who not only has lot of wealth, will also have the inclination of dana, giving it to others, sharing with others, so that it can bring good to the others also. He himself is sattvika, he himself has got wealth, and not only that, that great attitude. Friends, I would like to make a mention here. Thousands and hundreds, millions of people have got lot of wealth, but to share it to others, not many have that bhavana. Padmanidhi is that wealth, meaning what? That particular bhavana which one has, not only having the wealth, but also to share the wealth and bring others also at the stage of joyful living, happy living. Alright, that is Padmanidhi. Second one is very interesting, Mahapadmanidhi. What is this Mahapadmanidhi? That person is too very sattvic. One is sattvic, the other one is sattvic to the core, Mahapadmanidhi, and therefore it is like the big, huge, well-bloomed lotus flower. And their wealth is up for almost 7 generations. We have people, lot of people. What 7 generations? 70 generations can live. That much of wealth people have got. But then people don't have that heart, you see. What is the point? We are seeing in the TV, especially during the election season, 351 crore hard cash. Even trucks have to be used for taking that money to the departments. Isn't it? That much of wealth many people have, accounted or unaccounted. But how much do they have that heart to give others, tell me? And I know of a person, I personally have experienced. This is a true story. I was serving in one particular center, and there we used to have Hubli center. Nothing wrong in mentioning or something. Hubli center, we have a Shiva, very beautiful Shiva temple, Yoga Kshema Dhama. There, every Monday, you have that Sante, we call, that weekly market. And in that weekly market, there was one particular person who was selling only potatoes. He had a farm, he was selling potatoes. And every Monday, he would come with probably around 1 or 2 kgs of potato, and at the same time, he will also give 201 rupees for that day's puja. Every Monday we had Abhishekam, Rudra Abhishekam with Panchamrita and so many, very beautiful program it was. Every Monday, about 250, 300 people would attend every week. He would bring about 2 kgs of potato and 201 rupees he would bring and he would offer. Every Monday. He is just a potato seller in the weekly market. Think. That bhavana should be there. And here we see Nidhi. The first one, Padmanidhi. Second one, Mahanidhi. Not only they had wealth for 7 generations, but they also had the Mahabhavana of offering to everyone, bringing goodness to all. They would not feel happy seeing somebody in suffering because of some limitations of wealth. They would go and give. Mahapadmanidhi. It is not how much you have for you to give. Whatever you have, a part of it to be given. And this is dharma actually. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Everybody, you should have whatever is the need and give something more for the sake of society. In Kannada we have a very beautiful song. Kereya neeranu kerege chelli. Even in Hindi, Tera tujko arpan. Everything is Bhagavan. Bhagavan only has given everything to us, out of which a portion has to be returned for Bhagavat Seva. That is Mahapadmanidhi. Neelanidhi. The third one is called Neelanidhi. And Neelanidhi here indicates, and these are all, symbolism. Okay, we should not take it very literally. Lot of things in Hinduism is symbolism, symbolic expression of the inner ideal through an idol. Okay, Neelanidhi represents, that those stones, sapphire they say, sapphire and then gems and other stones. Now this Neelanidhi indicates that person who has got both Sattva Guna and Rajoguna put together. Because these stones have got those two features, right? So sapphire and gems. And then they have both Sattva Guna and Rajoguna. This Rajoguna involves in all the trade and business. Vyavaharika prapancha. So they will involve themselves in great amount of business, trade, etc. But because of the Sattva Guna, they will be honest and truthful. They will definitely do business. According to the business ways, they will do business. Of course, they have to do business. They have to earn money. So they have to put up an extra profit for their sake of living. That is why we do business. But at the same time, the Sattva Guna in them will make them do the business with morality, with ethics. They are very important. Therefore, that particular category of people, that particular bhavana is called Neelanidhi. And they will be very honored by everybody. Very honorable people. Meaning what? Because of their truthfulness. And they also have you should also consider one point. They have to do business and they have to earn profit. So a little bit of a very small margin of cunningness also will be there. How to gain more money, not out of greed. Please note, not out of greed. But then a nice way, like how the salesman would beautifully present his matter, his particular product for selling, he will use certain terminologies to impress the other person. Similarly, they may do something to impress for their trade and business. Then the fourth one is called Shankhanidhi. The conch shell is the symbolism, significance of this nidhi. What does that do? It is endowed with selfishness. Very many of us, very many are falling in this category. Very few in the previous three categories. A major lot fall into this category. Shankhanidhi, who are very selfish in nature and they care only for themselves. In very many cases, they don't even care for their own family. That much of selfishness is there. Shankhanidhi. And for them, wealth alone is world. Wealth alone is Bhagavan. For them, wealth is extremely important. I had mentioned on the other day, when I taught Purusha Suktam, Narayana Suktam, Medha Suktam, Shanti Panchakam, Mantra Pushpam, Taittiriya Upanishad, Rudram, etc., everybody were keen. Swamiji, when are you teaching Shri Suktam? Why? Shri Suktam for them, according to their understanding, is what? Wealth, Lakshmi. Say they look at Lakshmi only in terms of wealth. So if I propitiate Mata Lakshmi, then I will get more wealth. That is their limited understanding what to do. But Mata Lakshmi's wealth is something beyond all this, material wealth. This material wealth can never give us happiness at the end. That is why Lakshmi never stays with anybody. She goes on moving. You keep some money in your purse. You think for eternity that purse will carry that money? No. Why do you need that money? You need that money to spend and procure whatever you want. Meaning what? That Lakshmi keeps going to the other hand. He will not keep it for himself. He will give that money for procuring something else. Lakshmi will keep moving around. Therefore, Parampuja Gurudev would say, go behind Narayana. Don't go behind Lakshmi. You go behind Narayana, Lakshmi will automatically follow. Therefore, having said that, I will come back to this topic where this person, Shankhanidhi, he has so much of selfish attitude, he may not even care for his family. Caring for himself overpowers everything. Then the fifth one is called Makaranidhi. Makara, crocodile. Okay. And such people who have got this Makaranidhi, they are all Tamoguna Pradhana. They are lazy, they are dull, etc. But along with that, they will also do one thing. The Tamoguna has got two types of expressions. One is laziness, dullness, lethargy, procrastination. How many of us have got all that? Think. There are some people who are Makaranidhi Pradhana, meaning all the time sitting, sleeping, and then, not even doing any work at home. They don't have that, this one to even to speak properly. They are so tired all the time, dull-wit person only. The other expression of Tamoguna is evil bhavana. To bring evil to others. To bring disturbance in others. All these are negative parts of that person. So here one is, this Tamoguna is lazy, dull, etc. The other one will bring trouble to others. They have lot of evil tendencies. And it is said, elsewhere it is said in the Shastra, such people who deal with wrong ways of living, they will even, use weapons to kill others, etc. So many we have, today you open the TV, I am sure you will see, only all such things happens. Atrocious things happen. Especially during election time, we know there are so many murders that take place. All that because of what? Because of wrong attitude. And it is called as Makaranidhi. And such people, they say, will also die out of such weapons only. They cannot have a peaceful death. Then why is it called Nidhi? That is what I have collected. That is the type of attitudes that I have collected. That is a Nidhi I have. Wrong Nidhi. Then we have the sixth one, Kachapa Nidhi, it is called. What is Kachapa Nidhi? It symbolizes tortoise. Tortoise is a very interesting, expression. The person collects everything for himself and keeps it with him under the shell. He will neither use it for others, he will not even use it for himself. He is only possessing, acquiring, keeping it. not using it also. How many of us we know who only acquire, possess, indulge in getting everything? Hook or crook, you go and get cut or looter or murder or plunder, they would use that expression. Bring everything, keep it for me, for me, for me. He will not even use it for being happier. That is the best joke. That is the quality which is mentioned in Kachchapanidhi. Okay. And he will also be very miserly. Why? He doesn't want to give. Even 1 rupee to a beggar who does not have one or two hand or leg, even to 1 rupee they will not give. Such miserly people are there. In life, Bhagavan has given us this particular life, not only for making for ourselves, not only enjoying ourselves, it is for the sake of the service of the world. Paropakarartham idam shariram. This sharira is given for para-upakarartham. When I take care of others, others will also take care of me. The more I take care of myself, other will say, he takes care of himself, why should I bother? He has got enough for himself. So people also will not come and care. There is one beautiful, of course, as always I use my mother tongue. Oor pullaya ootti valatha tan pulla thane valarum, it is said. Oor pulla means the children in the town. Ootti valatha, if you feed the children outside, tan pulla thane valarum. How the children at home, the children also will live along with them. Therefore, you have to give whatever I have, whatever is required for me, plus 20% okay. Plus 20% okay. Give it away. Why? What will I carry when I go? Not a single coin I can carry. Not a single note I can carry. Think. People have got stacks and rooms and almaras of money. For what? Who can carry even 1 rupee when you die? At least if you start giving it to others, so many people will become happy, so many people will be fed, so many things can happen in the society, and all of them will bless you. Think. But this category, Kachchapanidhi, is so miserly, he will not give anything for others. Then the 7th one is called Mukundanidhi. Mukundanidhi is very interesting. Mukundanidhi is full of Rajoguna. There, one keeps wealth, one finds wealth. That is a very interesting expression it is given. One finds wealth or one stumbles upon wealth, and then he keeps it only for that lifetime. He doesn't want more and collect and acquire and then stack things. No. He will, when he gets some money, he will keep it for that life. And then that's over. I am fine. Good enough for my life. So he is happy. Mukundanidhi. Mukunda means God, he is very happy. Mukunda is the one which smiles. Mukunda otherwise called Krishna, who is all the time smiling. Such people are that who will save enough for their life, for their just the immediate requirements, and they are contented, satisfied. That kind of people. Nandanidhi, people who got that wealth of being in delight at all the time. Nanda means delight. They are all the time happy. They are all the time joy. They also spread joy to others. Not only for themselves. That kind of beautiful activity which is born out of Sattva and Rajoguna. A combination of Sattva and Rajoguna. And that people, it is said, because of the fact that you are happy all the time, you live longer also. This we have heard many times from our elders. The more you go on cribbing, the more you go on complaining, the more you go on finding faults, picking up with others, such people die early. They don't have energy to live happily, and they will not have energy to die also. Many times they won't die immediately. They will suffer and then die. There are such people who may not have anything, who will not be able to find anything. Still, by nature, they are delightful. They are not only happy, they distribute happiness to others. The opposite category, Shrama, Dana. They are also in Shrama, suffering, and they will also distribute only suffering, Shrama, Dana. Not that way. They are Nandanidhi. Their very presence will bring joy to everybody. That is the life we have to live. Anything can happen. There might be so many 123 types of problems we may have. Keep them aside. Let them be there. Don't give importance. In Kannada it is said, Ahankarakke udasinave maddu. All those petty things comes only because of ahankara. I have to be taken care. I have to be respected. I have to be given this and that. All these will bring only problems, will bring suffering, etc., etc. Keep all them aside. Even if they are there, let them be aside. Don't ignore them totally. And then start being happy in the world outside. This being happy all the time, not because of conditions, not because of situations, not because of what you possess, but in spite of all of them. That is why Shastra say, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam Nandati Anandati Eva. Such people are called Nandanidhi. They are the treasure of happiness. Think. And such people always live longer. They have a great ambition to achieve, not just for themselves, for the others also. How others are towards them is they don't care, they don't bother. All the people who bother that others are not taking care, others are not doing anything for me, others are all ignoring me, others are all doing hate me, they have evil intent. Such people are concentrated ahankaris. They probably deserve to suffer because they are unable to come out of their own ahankara. But a person, Nandanidhi, the person who has taken that as the very way of life, he is happy all the time. He is always happy and he distributes happiness. His very presence, yasya sannidhi matrena, says Viveka Chudamani. Sannidhi matrena, all people become happy, everybody is delighted, and there's such a joyful atmosphere. Such people are called Nandanidhi. They not only are appreciated, they appreciate also all the others. They don't find faults. They don't pick up others. They ignore their negative tendencies. They ignore others' bad qualities. I have nothing to do with them. This person have got 9 bad qualities, but he has got one quality, one good quality. Choose that good quality. Praise him for that good quality. Be happy with him. Shower your love with him and ignore the 9 qualities. This is called intelligent living. And such intelligently, if a person lives, such a person is called Nandanidhi. Most important quality which all of us should possess. And then comes Kharvanidhi. This Kharvanidhi is very interesting. It is a combination of all of the other 8 nidhis put together. Such people, they also have very, very good qualities. they also have negative qualities. Like many of us, all of us have good qualities. Sometimes we express, we don't express. All of us have got bad qualities also, negative tendencies. Sometimes we express, sometimes we don't express. But it is a combination of all the qualities. Such a person is called Karvanidhi. He is a person who is very shrewd, in fact. May not be a person always with right decisions, but then he is very shrewd. And he will find how to procure wealth, and he will also donate. He will expand his luxury, and he will also want to give to others. So, like that, Navanidhi is Kubera's Nidhi. Alright, but Vishwamitra Mahanidhi Pai, Bhagavan himself is the abode of all nidhis put together. He is the very source of all nidhis put together. And then he says, Prabhu Brahmanya Deva Mai Jana. Tulsidaji says, I understand Prabhu. He is Brahmanya Deva. What is Brahmanya Deva? The one who serves Brahmanas is called Brahmanya. Why serve Brahmana? Brahmana, remember, I have time and again told, please don't misunderstand. It is just not the one who has gone, who is wearing Upavita, but the one who lives a life of a Brahmana. In Vishnu Sahasrama, Brahmanyo Brahma Krit Brahma 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 Vivardhana Brahmavit Brahmano Brahmi Brahmagno Brahmana Priyaha. When it is said, it only indicates those people who have got the knowledge of Brahman, or who are in the path of gaining the knowledge of Brahman and ignoring the Samsarika Jivana, giving up their ego. Such people, Brahmanya Deva Mai Jana, I have come to know that Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji is Brahmanya Devata. Mohaniti Pita Tajev Bhagavana. Mohaniti. For the sake of me, he has even given up his father and he has come along with me. Chale jata muni deen hi dekhai. On the way, the sage pointed out one particular thing. What? Sunitadaka krodha karidhai. He also said, there is one Rakshasi here called Tadaka. And who is this Tadaka? There was one Yaksha called Suketu. And that Suketu, he did tapas towards Brahma Devata. Propitiating Brahma Devata, and Brahma Devata also blessed him. Okay, that's a very long story. I am cutting it short for the sake of relevance. For the sake of relevance, I will take. He gave him a boon. You will have a girl child who will have the strength of 1,000 elephants. Alright. And then this girl child grew, and then she is married to another person called Sundar. And this Sundar, one particular wrong action he did along with towards Agastya Muni, and Agastya Muni killed him. And that, instigated this girl who is called Tadaka. And she, along with his son, her sons are Maricha and Subahu. You will hear this a lot of time now. Okay. It was her sons, Maricha and Subahu. With Maricha, she went and tried to attack Agastya Muni. And Agastya Muni cursed Maricha to become a demon, and he also cursed Tadaka to become a demon. And that is how Tadaka and Maricha became demons. And Tadaka, the Shapa was more stronger, of becoming man-eater. So whoever walks in that forest should catch up and eat him away. And when Vishwamitra took him towards that place, Ekahibana Pranahari with just one arrow, Bhagavan Ramchandraji killed Tadaka. Deena Jani, in spite of the fact that she was a demon, Deena, looking at her helpless, Deena Jani, Tehi Nijapada Dinha, he gave her liberation also. That is the glory of Bhagavan. Even if you are wrongdoing, if you surrender, finally she surrendered and he gave her the ultimate pada. Tabarishi nija nathahi jiya jinhi. Vishwamitra ji recognized the glory of that Lord. Vidyanidhi kahu vidyadinhi. To that Vidyanidhi, Bhagavan, he also gave certain vidyas like astra, shastra, etc. All those mantras he gave. Jage lagana chuha pipasa. He also gave a mantra where Chuda and Pipasa. Chuda means hunger, Chud. And Pipasa, thirst. He gave a mantra which will overcome even hunger and thirst, which are required for him to later fight with the Ravana army. Atulita balatanu teja prakasa. He had got all kinds of Atulita bala, teja, brilliance, and prakasha. And he also gave him all kinds of dhanurvidya he gave. Jai ayudha sarva samarpike prabhu nija ashramani. Having given all kinds of weapon, ayudha, prabhu nija ashramajani, he reached his ashrama. Kandamula phala bhojana dina bhagati hitajani. He gave him all those roots, and then they call it bulbs. It is not our electric bulb. That bulb is that which grows under the ground, and roots and fruits to eat, which are very healthy. There's so much of wrong discussions going on that Ramchandra was eating non-veg and things like that in the latest this one. All those are all stupid, erratic way of thinking. Dina bhagati hitajani. They were eating only kanda moola phala. Now, what happens, we will see tomorrow. I know I have taken a lot of time. I just wanted to complete till here so that we can proceed further. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.